all of the rain, a handful of cities and towns across Connecticut are actually already seeing some damage from winds and flooding. News 8's Caroline LaCour joins us live in New Haven with more on how conditions are looking. Caroline, hello.
Hey, Mackenzie. Yeah, earlier this evening, roads have already announced closures in towns like Greenwich due to those downed trees and low-hanging power lines. Earlier today, around New Haven County, I got a chance to speak with a handful of folks who were preparing for this storm, now hopefully paying off.
We're just going to ask people to just use good common sense, good situational awareness, and I think that, we'll get through this like we do every other storm.
Communities along the shoreline are bracing for a nor'easter, expected to bring more than just a downpour.
Tidal surge, wind, rain, three components that are not very good for the shoreline community, like West Haven.
Emergency Management Director Rick Fontana says it's nothing his team hasn't seen before, but a wind advisory is in place. We could see 50 miles per hour gusts.
With a lot of leaves on the trees, that does create some issues for us. So we expect some outages, we expect some downed tree limbs.
The city proactively cutting down overgrown brush from the summer, alongside utilizing recently installed floodgates along low-lying underpasses.
We're going to have some wave action that's going to be blowing onto the roadway. We're going to see our frequently flooded areas under our bridges and our low-lying areas at high tides.
Drivers are being warned to avoid flooded areas or standing water, and above all, to stay off the roads if possible.
Just, residents be careful and, again, don't drive through any water areas. You're going to get stuck with a car and you're going to have some issues that you don't need.
East Haven Public Works say they have their eyes on a handful of streets with the potential to flood, with Cozy Beach Avenue top of mind. That's where the beachfront community is taking necessary precautions.
We have a pile of sand over in the back parking lot with sandbags for some of the residents that wanted to come down over the weekend.
Now, according to AAA, drivers should always avoid driving through any sort of standing water, as its depth can be deceiving. But of course, if you end up flooded in your car, it's recommended that you exit as safely as you can to get to any sort of safer area. For now, live in New Haven, Caroline LaCour, News 8.